Well, good morning, everybody. A few minutes ago, I was uh, trying to do this live video, and a bunch of people logged in saying that they could not get any sound. So I ended that live stream and started a new one. I'm going to sit here for a minute until somebody gets on and tells me if there is sound or not, um, because if my microphones are not working, then that's problematic. So, um, is anybody there? Anybody there? If you watch this later, this is going to be really funny. I totally did 3 minutes of video. I was reading the psalm, which means I had another tab open up on my computer, and could not. And so I read an entire psalm, and it was a long one. And apparently, people were watching me just read the psalm. So I'm going to text somebody. I was hoping that people would log back on, and they have not yet. So let's ask you all now. Um, we'll see if this works or not. Technology is fun sometimes, or it's not fun sometimes. I feel like I'm speaking into the void. Are you there? Hello, 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 hello. Hey, we have sound. All right. Well, today's psalm is from Psalm 136. And if you read the psalm, you'll see that it is a litany. And I have just read that psalm, though nobody heard it. And it is the steadfast love endures forever psalm. And the psalm has 26 verses. And so in the previous video, which I made that had no sound, I said his love endures forever 26 times. And I don't want to say that another 26 times right now, if that's okay. Because it got a little bit boring, even for me. It's a lot of saying that. And perhaps I should say it again because God's love does endure forever. It is a fascinating thing to read that psalm to oneself. It clearly was intended to be a song. It was meant to be read by at least two people, where one would say, "Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good," and another would reply, "For His steadfast love endures forever." And then, "Oh, give thanks to the God of gods, for His steadfast love endures forever." It probably was that the song leader would say, "Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good," and the congregation would reply, His steadfast love endures forever." And I think that is important for us to repeat, because sometimes in times of trial, we can deny the goodness of God. We can question God's love. And this psalm is to remind us that God's love endures forever. And rather than talk too much more about this, which, by the way, John and Sarah and Sandy and Lene, oh, there's Lene. I see your message now. I'm sad that Sarah and John and Sandy aren't on as well. Maybe you are, I just didn't see it. But I hope that you're having a good morning. By the way, if you didn't realize, if you do watch these things and you say comments, then I'll try to comment back, just as long as I don't have another tab open, which I have. So, nonetheless, as I was reading this psalm, His steadfast love endures forever, it, of course, made me think of a song, because that's just how my brain works. Psalms go together with songs. And so the song that popped in my mind for today is Forever, which is not the one from Full House, but instead the one written by Chris Tomlin. So And I worry that because I mentioned Full House, some of you might be thinking, if every word I said couldn't make you laugh, I'd talk forever. Diane, I already said hi to you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I even sent you a text message personally. Um, sorry, you're getting some. Hi, Diane. Diane is my favorite. She is not chopped liver. Sorry, everybody else. I overcompensated by calling her my favorite. That's okay. Nonetheless, the song that this makes me think, and maybe this can be your song today, is one that Chris Tomlin put together. So hopefully the mix is all right on this. I didn't test it. I'm just winging it. Give thanks to the Lord, our God and King. His love endures forever. For he is good, he is above all things. His love endures forever. Sing praise, sing praise. With a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, his love endures forever. For the life that's been reborn, his love endures forever. Sing praise, sing praise, sing praise, sing praise. Forever God is faithful, forever God is strong, forever God is with us, forever, forever, forever. From the rising to the setting sun, his love endures forever. By the grace of God, we will carry on. His love endures forever. Sing praise, sing praise, sing praise, sing praise. Forever God is faithful, forever God is strong, forever God is with us, forever, forever and ever. Now, traditionally, Chris Tomlin will stretch out those lyrics into, like, you know, a 15-minute song or something like that. So, but I'm not going to do that for you this morning. Hopefully, you can have that be your song that today, that his love endures forever. I'll post a link on this of Chris Tomlin doing it. And maybe you're needing to sing praises to God. This psalm is clearly a psalm of praise. His love endures forever. And that is true. Even in the darkest times, his love endures forever. May you trust in God's love today. God bless.